All right, let's go ahead. So we have seen everything of now advanced tax. Okay, all the sections, provisions when advanced tax is required. 234 ABC, all that part is also over. Now we're coming back to the another part. So advanced tax is clear now. 234 ABC also clear, everybody. So this chapter is mainly about what? Self-assessment, advanced tax, TDS and TCS. So now we'll look into TDS and TCS. Have we seen what is TDS? Tell me this. Have we written somewhere what is TDS? We have written that somewhere in our notebook, no? That example. Remember or no? All of you? That lawyer and company example.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. So go ahead. Now please pay attention. TDS. TDS is done by deductor. Yes, all of you? Is done by deductor, that is that means he is a payer. The money is flowing from him. The money is outflow, you can say, from him. So TDS is done by deductor, or we also call him as deductor or a payer. Right, everybody? Okay, Delio? Yes. Tell me whether goods oblique services, he is a seller or a buyer? He is a giver or a recipient of goods or services, the deductor?
Seller.
He's a seller and he will give money also.
No. He is a buyer. Sorry.
He's recipient.
He is a recipient. Did you understand, Leo? He has received goods or services, and against that he is making some payment. Right, everybody? Yes. Now, on this payment, we are saying that TDS will be applicable. But it is not each and every transaction on which TDS is applicable. It is not each and every transaction. They are specified, or you can say mentioned transactions only on which TDS is applicable. Are you understanding, Leo? So there are limited or specific transactions on which TDS will be applicable. And that is what now we are going to understand. So first of all, if I make category, okay, don't write down this, but TDS mainly will be on two types of category. So TDS is on, pay attention, on payment towards or payment of. Category 1 will be salaries. Means what? The payer is paying what kind of amount? He is paying salary. Are you understanding or no? This amount is what? Salary is being paid. So our deductor in that case is whom? Employer or employee?
Deductor is employer, no?
Employer.
Deductor is employer. Yes. Did you understand or no, all of you? Deductor is employer, right? And another category is, I will just simply say non-salary or non-salaries. That means any other payment done apart from salary. Are you understanding? Any other payment done apart from salary, but again, they are listed or specified. Okay. Did you try to go through those list of payments or transactions on which TDS is applicable?
194.
Big list. Okay. All of you?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll be going through that also. So first of all, I hope the concept of TDS is clear. What is TDS? Will be done by deductor. Okay. Hayana, the one who's making the payment. Now check on which kind of payments will be done on which TDS is attracted. There is a big list of sections which unfortunately you have to keep in mind. I'm just going through the list of sections now. Okay. TDS rate chart I've given you here. It's an entire big chart. Okay, it's a big chart, right, everybody? Check. Section 192 on what? Salaries. We'll just focus right now on the types of payment. Okay. Section 192 specifies TDS will be done on salaries. Yes. Then 192A, payment of accumulated balance due from recognized provident fund. RPF, remember? Ayana, recognized provident fund. That is a premature withdrawal. Premature withdrawal means before the period is over. Yes or no, everybody? Then TDS will be applicable. 193, interest on securities. Okay, everybody, are you understanding? Interest on securities. Any example of securities?
Bonds,
Debenture.
commercial paper.
Bond, debentures, or any other instrument on which you are earning interest. Okay. Then 194A, interest on other than interest on securities. You are still earning interest. Earning means the payment is of interest. The payment is of interest, but apart from securities. That means, for example, one of the
Bank interest.
FD,
FD interest.
FD interest. Now you use common sense. Who will pay this FD interest? Who is the payer in this example? Who is the payer in this example of interest on FD?
Bank, no?
Bank. So deductor will be
Bank.
in this example, bonds or debentures. The company which has issued bonds or debentures, they will deduct taxes. Are you understanding or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they are liable. Then 194, dividend to shareholder, now taxable.
Yes.
So now taxable, no? So dividend will be applicable. 194, okay, dividend. 194B, winnings from lottery or crossword puzzles. Okay, who will make the payment? Oh, sorry, who will deduct the taxes? Sorry, the lottery company. Okay.
Yes.
Or for example, if I write down your example of KBC, Kaun Banega Karodpati, the production house, the one who make the payment, they will deduct the taxes. Okay. 194 BB, winning from horse races or jackpot, etc. Okay. Then payment to contractors or subcontractors for carrying out any work, that will come under 194C. Okay. All of you following till here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So around 194, you'll see lots of cases. 194D, insurance commission. Who will pay who? Tell me this. Try to understand this example. Insurance commission. Who will pay who?
Insurance company to agent.
Company.
Very good. Insurance company to the insurance agent. So on
Agent.
that, TDS will be done under 194D. Yes.
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 194E, payments to non-resident sportsmen or sports associations. 194E. 194G, commission on sale of lottery tickets. Audio बंद करो किसी का तो. Commission on sale of lottery tickets. Who by who? Who will make the deduction? The lottery company will make TDS on the commission paid to the lottery seller, lottery ticket seller. Okay. Now, any other commission or brokerage, this example will be famous for your principal agent relationship. That is one thing, principal agent relationship, as well as practically speaking agents. Let us say your real estate agents will be again a big example. Are you understanding? They work on brokerage basis, 1%, 2%, etc. Or 1 month rent, 2 months rent, right? So in that case, commission or brokerage will be done under 194H. Then compulsory acquisition of immovable property. Okay, compulsory acquisition, 194LA. 194I, sale of immovable property. Sale of immovable property. Yes, everybody. Okay. 194IC, consideration for agreement as per section 45I. Again, some of them will be bounced to you right now. Then maturity proceeds of life insurance policy. 194I, rent. Okay, rent income is earned or rent income is paid. At that time, TDS is done. Okay, by the payer. TDS is done by the payer who is making the rent payment. 194IB, payment of rent by individual or HF who is not liable to tax audit. 194M, payment to contractors commission or brokerage or fees for technical for professional services. J किधर गया? The J is separately. N, by bank or cooperative bank or post office for cash withdrawals. And 195 again separate section itself. Payment made to non-residents or foreign company. That means majority there were two sections. One is 192. 192 is for salaries, and lots of sections under section or near or of section 194. Okay, 194 A, B, 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 C, D, and all of that. Okay, till now where have we reached till now in alphabets? Till N. Now every year they may keep on adding something or the other.
Sir, O na.
O bhi aa gaya abhi. Yes, everything, many things are there. I have to also update over here, but yes. Okay, everybody. And another important section 194J for professional fees. So what are we telling? What are we trying to say over here is there are specified transactions on which TDS will be applicable. Is it okay, all of you? Yes. First one we go to is TDS on salaries. 190. Ready, everybody? TDS on salary. Ready or not?
Yes.
Okay. Pay attention. Deduction of tax. Okay. Normally, tax should be deducted at earlier of credit or payment. Okay. That means even if it is just a book entry, even if it is just a book entry, that means you have recorded the purchases or you have recorded the receipt, but not yet paid. Still, TDS has to be done. Okay. That means earlier of credit or payment, whichever is earlier. Okay. However, in the following cases, it shall be done at the time of payment only. TDS will be done at the time of payment only. First of all, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. There is a deductor, remember? What is his work? To do TDS. Yes or no? Yes. That is his work number 1. To deduct tax. And what is work number 2?
To pay to the government.
Yes. We call it as deposit of tax. Deposit to Government of India. All of you okay till here? Yes. Now, because I was hoping you should remember section 40A, 1A and all of that, there were 2 non-compliances. One is what? If you remember, non-deduction
Yeah.
and
Non-payment.
Not payment. Non-payment.
even if one of them is not done, it was non-compliance. No, remember?
Yes.
So both of them should be done as per your section for PG, all of that. Okay. Okay, everybody. Fine. So this part we are discussing deposit of TDS to Government of India. That we will see later on. Okay. So that question you might have, when the payment will be made and all of that to the government. Okay, everybody. Okay, till here. Fine. So right now we are just discussing when TDS to be done and how is to be done, at what rate and all of that. Okay, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Something common now over many places. Now you'll see something very, very common. Pay attention. Rate of TDS. Can you see? Rate of TDS. Yes, that means at what rate TDS will be done. Okay, everybody. 10%, 30%, 5%, 15%, 20%, whatever it might be. Okay. And another thing which will be also common in all this TDS will be, we call it something known as
Statutory limit.
We call it as threshold limit.
Threshold limit.
Threshold limit. Can you see the wordings over here? I mean, I'm just giving you an example. No TDS up to rupees 10,000. That means what? If the payment is not more than 10,000, if the payment is not more than 10,000, TDS required or not required? Not required. Are you understanding?
More than 10,000 required.
So if the payment itself to a payee is not more than 10,000, so no TDS. Okay. But if the payment exceeds rupees 10,000 on entire amount, TDS will be applicable. Okay. All of you. It is not over and above 10,000. It is on the entire amounts. Okay. Similarly, you'll see again, no TDS up to what? When you overcheck 15,000. Then what you have? No TDS up to 15,000. No TDS up to 15,000 and so on. So 194I is how much now? 240, no? No TDS up to 240,000. Okay. Are you understanding or no? Everybody?
Yes.
So there are 2 things which is common between all the TDS sections. 2 concepts. One is rate of TDS, and another is up to what amount TDS will not be applicable. That is known as threshold limit. Is it okay? Right now you're focusing on salary. Okay. Check now. So at the time of payment, TDS will be done. For which kind of payment, bacho? Check. There are certain sections like this. Only at the time of payment, TDS will be deducted. Okay, everybody. In that example comes is what? Which one? 192. TDS on salary. 192A, your recognized provident fund or employee provident fund withdrawals. 194 dividend. 194B, winning from lottery. Then what? 194N is also there. BB from horse races, compulsory acquisition, life insurance policy premium, maturity process, etc. Okay. So these TDS will be done only on TDS. I mean, on at the time of making of payment. Okay, not credit. Okay. So if when you're paying the TDS, when you're paying the salary, that time you will do TDS. Are you understanding or no? Let us say I use the word salary booked. What is the meaning of this booked?
Accrued but not earned.
Not
From the employer's point of view.
Expenditure.
Set aside.
Expenditure, okay. Or
Payments.
paid or not paid?
Paid.
Unpaid. But book.
Okay, this is unpaid. When you say booked, it means it is just a book entry. Okay. Or let me say payable. Okay. Booked means what? Book entry is made or it is entered in the books of accounts. And salary paid. These are two different things. Are you understanding? Achha, let me use another point of view. From the payer's point of view, employer is the payer of salary. All of you agree?
Yes, sir.
This is a debit item or credit item? Expenditure.
Debit.
Debit.
Debit for the payer. So for the recipient?
Credit.
Ah, that's why the wording was used over there. Credit or paid, whichever is
Earlier.
earlier. So in the most of the sections, pay attention now. TDS is done usually earlier of credit or actual payment. Earlier of. Can you pay salary in advance?
Yes.
Before
Yes.
accrued or before due?
Yes.
Yes.
Possible, no?
Yes.
Or forget salary, you can make any payment in advance also before it is accrued or due. You
Yes.
understanding? That is the reason they said the word credit or payment, whichever is earlier. That is the time when you usually do the TDS. But there are these sections 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this also. Where TDS is done on what basis?
Receipt.
Payment basis.
Payment.
From payer's point of view, payment basis. Understood? All of you got the point? Yes, all of you? Clear?
Yes, sir.
One, then you do the first session which we'll see. So TDS on salary paid by employer. Okay. Salary, or though you can say is received by. So residential status of the receiver. Residential status may be a resident or a non-resident. The TDS rate is slab rates. Means what?
5% like up to 250 no TDS.
Normal slab rates, normal tax rate. Remember? Means. Pay attention now. This should come logically in your mind now. You should remember income from salary chapter, hai na? Income from salaries, right? All of you, as well as let us say chapter 6A deduction, hai na? What will we arrive at?
NTI.
Very good, NTI. This is the amount on which TDS will be done. All of you agree?
Yes.
And TDS will be done. And this is the, you can see, amount on which normal tax slabs will be applicable. Hai na? If I say this figure NTI comes to 6 lakhs rupees, 6 lakhs. The employer will calculate and deduct taxes on 6 lakhs. On 1 lakh rupees, 20%. And earlier one was how much? 12,500, no? All of you understood or no?
Yes.
This was slab rates. Above 5 lakhs is how much? 1 lakh. That will be at 20%. And below 5 lakhs is 12,500. Remember?
500.
30 to 500.
Now, if this is 56 lakhs, what will happen?
Surcharge.
Everything will be applicable. Understood or no? Yes. So on 46 lakhs, 30%, and earlier is 1 lakh 12,500 plus surcharge and plus cess. Understood? All of you. That is the figure will be calculated by employer and TDS will be done. Clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Achha. Salary is paid once in a year, once in a week, once in a month.
Once in a month.
Once in a month. But this NTI figure is for the year.
Yes.
NTI figure is for the year. What do you think he will deduct taxes when? In the beginning of the year, end of the year, or during the year?
End of the year.
End of the year.
End of the year.
And advance tax is applicable then?
See, advance tax is applicable, let us say, on the assessee. Okay. on the assessee. So, and TDS, TCS is other parties doing it on your behalf. Okay. So employee need not be bothered by advance tax because entire tax liability responsibility is of the employer to deduct it. That's why normally speaking, for any employee you will see, you will never see tax payable for an employee. Means what? Why? Because the entire headache calculation is done by
Employer.
employer and also paid to the government. Got it, Leo? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, try to read this first sentence again. When is tax deducted on salaries?
Credit or payment, whichever is earlier.
And uske aage, what is written after that?
However, in the following, it shall be done at
Will
the
be done
time
on
of
payment only.
Means what? At the time of payment, TDS will be done. Payment of what?
salary.
Salaries.
All this, no?
Yes.
So again, I'll ask you, when will you deduct taxes for salary?
At the time of
And
payment.
payment.
In the beginning of the financial year, at the end of the financial year, or during the year?
During the year.
During the year, because you are making payment of salaries during the year regularly. That means every time you make salary payment, are you understanding? Every time you're making salary payment, every time you deduct
Taxes.
तो
understood?
ऐसा तो बेनिफिट हो जाएगा, फिर स्लैगर्ड से करेंगे तो 5% के अंदर ही हो जाएगा, या फिर मतलब 20%
Why?
पर मंथ करेंगे ना,
तो
सपोज 60,000 पर मंथ की सैलरी है,
56 lakhs. चलो 56 lakhs for the year.
तो 56 लाख है तो बेसिक एग्जामिशन क्रॉस ही नहीं हो रहा.
56 lakhs
अच्छा सॉरी, 56 लाख
Cross.
पर मंथ
for the year.
For the
अच्छा
that
for
comes 466,
466,
666 per
667,
month.
no? Per month.
So Madhuri, we calculate tax slabs for the month or for the year?
For the year.
for the year.
Tax
Okay.
liability for the year on net
sorry.
taxable income for the 56 lakhs. If I give you the example is annual salary breakdown, so you will calculate tax on 4 lakhs only or entire 56 lakhs?
Entire 56 lakh.
Entire 56 lakhs. Okay, and break down into monthly. Okay. Now I'll give you example. Pay attention. If the taxable income NTI is in this example 56 lakhs, what is the tax liability? On 46 lakh, 10%, 30%, and 1,12,500 plus 10% plus 4%.
17 lakh 7,420.
17 lakhs.
7,000.
7,000.
हाँ ठीक है, चलो ठीक है. This tax liability, ठीक है, for the year, obviously. For the year. What do you think this 17 lakhs will be recovered or deducted by the employer? Correct, first of all.
Yes.
While making the payment of 56 lakhs or overall whatever is the salary, 17 lakhs will be deducted and the remaining will be paid to him. That is the main difference between gross salary and net salary, or what we say CTC, cost to company, CTC, and in hand salary. Understood, everybody? Anyways, 17 lakhs will be deducted. What do you think this 17 lakhs will be deducted when?
During the
On
year.
payment of
This 56 lakhs is for the year.
Hmm.
Therefore, monthly is how much?
4,66,667.
4.67 lakhs is monthly salary.
Yes.
Less TDS. What do you think? How much will be the TDS? Use common sense.
17 divided by 12.
Very good. When salary was converted to monthly, TDS will also be converted into 1.125 lakhs, whatever it is, 1.5 lakhs maybe.
1.41.
1.
Did you understand, all of you? And this will be paid, the remaining part, जो भी है. Okay. Understand, everybody? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
So payment is done monthly salary, है ना? So even TDS will be done monthly. I mean, I'm talking of regular situations, है ना? Done till here? Now check. So TDS is done at slab rates. Now check what all is allowed for the employer. Okay, amounts to be reduced from salary. Amounts to be reduced from salary. Okay, everybody. Employer is making payment of only salary. Keep that in mind. है ना? Is he giving some other benefits, or benefits means rent, rent income, this income, that income? No. Capital gains, PGBP? No. He's making only payment of salary. So from salary, the recipient's employee's point of view, what all is allowed to be reduced? House property loss reported by the employee. Are you understanding what is happening here? How much loss can we reduce from salary income of HP?
2 lakhs.
2 lakhs.
2 lakhs. This we have done in set of situation page chapter also. Remember, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So HP loss reported by the employee. Chapter 60 deductions, ATC to ATU. But what reported by the employee? That means what the proof will be given by the employee to the employer. So the employer shall obtain the evidence or proof or particulars of prescribed claims, including claim for set off of loss. What set off of loss? HP loss from salary, है ना? This proof will be given by whom to who? Employee to employer.
Employer.
Okay.
Employee.
Employee to employer, yeah. So from employee in the prescribed form, that whatever forms or formats they have prepared. What do you think the employee would be giving to the employer to report this HP loss?
Interest taken
Interest taken?
Interest paid.
from the bank.
Interest paid.
Interest paid, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Paid or payable, ठीक है. That is not something known as your
Loan
certificate,
taken
bank
from the
certificate.
bank.
Bank certificate. Okay, all of you? So bank basically gives the certificate that for this year, this is the principal amount repaid and this is the interest amount repaid, or will be payable also, that is separate. Okay, why principal? Why they would be seeing principal also?
Chapter 60
ATC deduction.
Very good. Because by one single certificate, even this will be covered, na? Principal will go under
ATC.
ATC.
interest will go under HP loss 24B. है ना?
And then
Then
in
what?
the other one also, na, if it is taken for that period,
नहीं समझा.
80 EE A or B.
हाँ.
Ah,
Yeah.
16,
It is
17.
20,000.
16,
The
17.
loan amount is of what time and all.
Yes.
It is of that period, correct? Yes.
Sanction in PY 16, 17.
Then
So that deductions is allowed to non-resident also.
yeah. Wow, we have seen, no, it depends on situation to situation, no? Chapter 6, what have we seen? Individual and HUF, no? So allowed, no? Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them are not allowed, but most of them are allowed.
Yeah.
Chapter 6 deduction, ATC. Give me examples of ATC. Life insurance premium.
Life insurance
Life
premium.
insurance.
So are you understanding what evidence you will give to the employer?
Premium receipts.
Very good. Premium receipts. Then ATC also covers tuition fees.
Yes.
Yes.
Tuition fees to be submitted. PPF, Public Provident Fund. Again, deposit
Yes.
passbook. You can
5-year deposit,
ELSS.
reverse deposit.
5-year FD, bank FD, ELSS. All this proof you can give to the employer. Understood? But proof is necessary for the employer to reduce it in his calculation. Understood? And amounts to be added. What can he add or what he should add in the calculation? Okay. Apart from salary, we are discussing, no? Any other income reported by employee, TDS on such can be reduced from the tax payable. Then salary from previous employer if reported by the employee. Okay. Salary from previous employer means earlier employer. Now here there is some issue happens with students. Salary from previous employer means, pay attention.
Arrears in salary?
No. Not practically speaking. Switch.
Form 16 मतलब
हाँ अपन
Form 16 सर उसमें रहता है.
Job switch. Do you understand job switch?
Yes.
yes.
Of job. Whether person switches job only on 1st April or 31st March.
No.
So let us say there is a bank employee, he was working in ICICI Bank. Okay. And then let us say in August 2020, he joins HSBC. Are you understanding? Bank employee. So his previous employer is who?
ICICI.
ICICI.
Next employee, current employee is whom? HSBC.
HSBC.
Now try to understand. August onwards, he is with HSBC. That means April, May, June, July. Who has done the TDS?
ICICI.
ICICI has done the TDS. Okay.
Yes.
August onwards, who will do the TDS?
HSBC.
HSBC will do the TDS. Now, whether ICICI knew that employee will leave or he'll go to HSBC or what will be salary in HSBC? No. So ICICI is going to do TDS on the salary which they know. Correct, everybody?
Yes.
And HSBC is also going to do TDS on the salary paid by them. I know.
Yes.
They have no connection with ICICI. They may have so many employees joining from so many other companies or banks, right? But only if the employee himself reports the salary to HSBC. What salary? That my ICICI salary was so much. My TDS done by ICICI so much. Then HSBC banker also consider the same. Understood earlier, all of you? Got it? Understood or no?
Understood.
That is salary from previous employer report. Fine. Let's go ahead, everybody. Evidence to be required. Evidence required to be collected by the employer. Important. Huh? HRA claim. 1013A.
Yes.
What proof? What is the expenditure HRA? Is for mainly compensation of rent.
House rent.
House rent.
House rent. In that case, rent is paid, so that rent copy should be submitted to the employer, okay? As well as rent agreement. Check. But when so name, address, and PAN of the landlord. Understood or no?
Yes.
Name, address, and PAN of landlord. Where the total rent for the year exceeds rupees 1 lakh. Yes? Ayana. I think even agreement was there. Hold on. Huh?
सर एक बुक आता है वो पे उसको फिल करके पे देना होता है रेंट एग्रीमेंट के रेंट एचआरए के लिए
Book.
हाँ वो जिसमें कि टेनेंट का नेम और सब डिटेल्स रहती है
That is rent receipt.
हाँ रेंट रिसिप्ट
That you can buy it at a stationery.
या
But people do that. Practical, no.
हम वो पे करते थे वो देते थे वहाँ पे
Yes, yes. You put 1 rupee, 2 rupee revenue stamp on that.
यस
You only sign, you only do everything and submit it.
सबमिटेड यस
It is kind of fake rent receipt actually, but okay. But your
Yeah.
PAN is required of whom? Landlord. Okay. Rent agreement is not there. Fine. But PAN is necessary of whom? Of the landlord. Okay, everybody?
यस
All right. Then LTC or LTA, they are one and the same thing. Okay, leave travel concession or leave travel allowance. Allowance. What it was? Allowance. 10-5, na what? Assistance. It was assistance. Hai na? Leave travel assistance, I think. Correct?
Yes.
10-5. Remember or no? Railway, airplane.
Airplane, yes.
Yes.
What is allowed as expenditure that time in 10-5?
Shortage fruit.
Only traveling.
Shortage fruit.
Only traveling is allowed. Remember, shopping, stay, food is not allowed. Only traveling was allowed. Hai na?
यस
Evidence of expenditure. What will you show? Evidence of expenditure. This actually happens practically.
Tickets.
बिल्स
Huh?
बिल्स
Tickets.
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 Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Tickets. Deduction of interest under the head income from HP. Sorry. In deduction of interest. Which section we are talking about? 24
B.
B. Because there will be HP loss, no? Name, address, and PAN of the lender bank, okay, etc. Right? And deduction under chapter 60, what will you have? Evidence of investment or expenditure. Right?
Yes.
Actually spend tuition fees, life insurance premium, their receipts, investments, PPF, bank FD, whatever it is. Done till here, all of you? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes.
Sure. Good.
Yes, sir.
Do you know the case where people say that salary TDS is done too much in the month of Feb, March?
Sir, earlier it used to happen, no? In the last quarter, they used to deduct all the taxes, no, for the year.
Yes.
But now they have regulated it month-wise only, no? Every month they deduct the tax.
So earlier it was also that only every month TDS was deducted. And today also it happens that majority of the tax is deducted in the month of Jan, Feb, March because of mistake of employee. Now, what is the mistake? I'll tell you that. Okay. So you'll try to understand. Pay attention. Try to imagine from April 2020. You know, this salary for the month of April 2020. Let us say it will be paid on 1st May. Okay. Yes or no? Everybody? Everybody.
Yes, sir.
And TDS will be done immediately that time also. You know? But TDS is calculated based on what?
Entire year.
Yes. Annual salary. Pay attention now. Now, did you just remember what is allowed to be reduced? What was
6A
allowed to be reduced?
deduction. Standard
Deduction. Which
chapter
one?
6A deduction.
Now pay attention. This is a little bit different, but practical. This is allowed or not? This is allowed. Chapter 6 deductions are allowed. Now you try to understand whether the employee compulsorily has to make investments from the month of April, May itself, so that the employer will also reduce this while calculating his TDS. Bouncer gaya? Bouncer?
PPF contributions, right?
No, any kind of chapter 6 deduction, no? It can be PLSS.
It can be any
Any other.
chapter 60 deduction. What I'm trying to tell you here, let us say the employee has salary of gross. Let us say gross means, good morning, Maitri, 1 lakh. Okay. Yes. So 1 lakh into 12. Pay attention. What? 12 lakhs. Again. This is, let us say, only salary we're talking about. And let us say at the end of the year, chapter 6A is 2 lakhs. Okay, I'm just giving you example. Chalega? Are haan ya na?
Yes.
That means tax will be calculated on 10 lakhs.
10 lakhs.
And now on this 10 lakhs divided by 12 months will be your what? TDS, monthly TDS. All of you agree till here?
Yes.
Yes.
That means while giving the first salary of April itself, this monthly TDS was done or not done? Done.
Done.
Done. Okay, done. But try to understand here. Whether have you actually done chapter 60 actual investment in the month of April or May itself?
No.
No.
You are allowed entire year or no to make investments of ATC, ATD or whatever it is, chapter 6A. Allowed. Yes, all of you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And is it compulsory for the employee to invest before and only? No. In fact, many people do it in the last 31st March itself. Okay. Or last month usually. Yes. Now here, what is the assurance to the employer that employee is telling me right now that no, I'll do deduction of, I'll do investment of 2 lakhs in chapter 6A. Okay. And here also try to understand, employer is calculating taxes on 12 lakhs or 10 lakhs?
10 lakhs.
10 lakhs.
10.
He himself is reducing 2 lakhs or no?
Yes.
Based on just a promise or an assurance by the employee. Now try to understand what I'm telling you. This is very practical. So you will usually see in the beginning of the financial year, employer sends out a form of declaration stating that during the financial year, I will make example, in this example, 2 lakhs investments of chapter 6A. Are you understanding? Usually this declaration is given in the month of April, May up to June, etc. Okay. Are you understanding? So employer has an assurance, okay, we will reduce this 2 lakhs and calculate tax on 10 lakhs. Yes. Now try to understand. We will come to the month of, let us say, February 2021. And now, from that month onwards, from January 21, etc., employer starts asking for evidence. Are you understanding the difference between declaration and evidence?
Yes.
Employer says by 31st January, whatever investments are done, only that we will consider, give us proofs. And reminders on reminders are sent. Okay. Let us say the due date to give that evidence was, let us say, that is decided by the employer, 31st January 2021. Yes, all of you?
Yes.
Let us say in this example, the employee did not submit evidence of which amount? This 2 lakhs. Did not submit the evidence of this 2 lakhs. But from the month of April, May, etc., almost entire year, the tax liability was calculated by employer on which figure?
10 lakh.
On 10 lakhs. But employee by 31st January also did not submit that chapter 68 2 lakhs deduction, that evidence of investment or expenditure. What will the employer do for the TDS of Feb and March, or as well as let us say January also, whatever it is?
12
What will
lakh.
he do?
Pay on
12
12 lakhs as well.
Exactly. Now you got it. Employer will calculate tax. He will just raise his hands. I am not responsible. You did not submit evidence. Get lost. Now he will recalculate taxes on 12 lakhs. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Cover that also from the month of Jan, Feb, and March, because the responsibilities of the employer to deduct taxes before that money is given to the employee. Understood or no?
Yes.
That's why you will never ever see much cases that employee themselves are paying taxes, because employees' taxes are entirely taken care by the employer. Okay, taxes means deduction and payment to the government. Did you all understand?
Yes.
This case you understood?
Yes.
That's why what is necessary over here, that give only that much declaration which you're actually going to make payment. Okay, that's it. Clear? That's why many people, they cry that my TDS was done too much in Jan, Feb, March. It is not like that. If you give a proper declaration, then it will be a uniform TDS for all 12 months, in fact. Okay? Got it, Leo?
So then that remaining 2 lakh which he calculates in the month of Jan, Feb, March, that will be like for whole year or just for those 3?
Whole year, no? Whole year, no?
Like divided by 12.
See, pay attention. What is the tax liability you give me on 12 lakhs and 10 lakhs? 10 lakhs is what, 1,12,500, no? I'm not adding surcharge, okay? Just keep it 1,12,500. Basic tax. Example. Chalo, give me that also. Chodo. Give me 4% and give me on 12 lakhs. 12 lakhs.
12
1,17,000.
179,400.
This one? Huh? Correct?
179,400.
Plus
One
4% or with 4%?
Yeah, plus
With 4%.
With 4%.
Plus 4%, no?
Yes.
No, no.
Yes.
Yes.
179,400 with 4%.
Sir, it is
It is
included.
4% or excluding 4%?
Including 4%.
Including.
इतना बोलने को तुमको नहीं होता है क्या रे?
वही तो बोल रहे हैं with 4%.
4% is how much?
117.
9.
117,000.
117,000.
ये इंटर स्टूडेंट 117,000. Very nice. Okay. Now tell me, what was a story going on? Employer believed taxable salary is how much? 10 lakhs.
10 lakhs.
So he did divide by 12 months, no? It came to how much? Tell me now.
9,750. 9,750.
9,750. Okay, per month TDS? Yes or no?
Yes.
See, ultimate now, and what happened in the month of, let us say, January and Jan, Feb, March? This is how much? Divided by 12 months?
14,950.
14,950.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. Now let us say, okay, I'm giving you example. Till December, okay, the salary of including December, how much TDS was recovered? into 9 months? All of you agree?
87,750.
Very good. 87.
750.
750.
Okay, fine, good. And now I'm saying that in January, evidence was not given. Employer has given that due date. Employer is saying now in future, even if you give me evidence, I will not consider that. Understood?
Yes.
Now, employer is shifting to 10 lakhs or 12 lakhs.
12
12
lakhs.
lakhs.
12 lakhs.
Yeah, very good. Pay attention. And now employer is saying your taxable income is 12 lakhs, not 10 lakhs. Employer is saying it is 12 lakhs. That means employer responsibility to recover taxes is how much? In totality. In totality.
179,400.
179,400. Till today he has recovered how much?
87,750.
Very good. That means balance is now how much?
44,850.
91,650.
44?
91,650.
Okay, 91,650.
Yes.
Okay, and now how much months he has to recover the taxes? 3 months.
3 months.
Jan, Feb, March. How much it is?
30,550.
30?
550.
Okay.
Sir,
Did you understand
550.
This will be only for what, but? Jan, Feb, and March salary. Did you understand? Try to understand. Earlier, what was going on? 9750 was going on per month, right? Hi, Anna. And even if he would have given good or clear declaration earlier, maximum it would have been this figure. Clear?
Yes.
But now check. Since he gave wrong declaration or he did not submit proof, employer is required to deduct taxes more in the remaining number of months. Did you understand? He will fulfill his responsibility. Employer, he is saying that what is taxable amount? This much. On that amount, what is the tax liability? This much. By March payment, I have to recover the taxes. Simple. Understood, everybody?
Yes.
That's why you will see this is such a higher now TDS in the last 3 months. Clear? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I am not coming to other things also. Can your salary change during the year
Yes.
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 because of?
Promotion.
Inflation.
Yeah, fine.
Increment.
Yes, that is the correct word. Increment is the correct word. Promotion may also be there, but increment usually happens. That may happen anywhere. Depends from companies to company. Okay. Usually they start in March also, or some of them start in August, September also. Depends. We also call it as appraisal. You might have heard about appraisal.
Yes.
Yes.
When you start licking shoes of your boss, that period is known as appraisal. You have to talk sweet to your boss, na? So that you will increase your salary. Anyways, let's go ahead, everybody. Let's try question number 7. Ready? All of you? Question number 7. So, details of Mr. P, whatever it is, that is, he is an employee. Salary from current employer 14 lakhs. This is all computed figures. Okay? LTC separately given. Leave travel concession 1,50,000. Fully exempt. Why it is fully exempt?
Below 3 lakhs.
3 lakhs? Which section are we talking about?
10-15.
It is 1015 or 10.5 it is?
10.5, no? ATC.
Huh? LTC.
ATC is
10.5 now,
10.5.
10.15.
10.5.
10-5.
10.5. Okay.
10.5, yes.
10.5 has a monetary limit, Maithili? My simple question is, why is this fully exempt? Why it would be fully exempt?
Because of the evidence is given.
Very good. Simple. Ticket submitted. Employer gave 1,50,000 and employee spent 1,50,000. Remember or no?
Yes.
LTC, what is allowed as deduction or what is reduced? The traveling cost. Okay. Understood here? Remember your spouse, twin children, 1 children, 2 children after, 1 children before.
Yes,
and all of that.
yes.
By airways, by railways.
Yeah. So fully exempt they are giving, that means evidence was submitted. HP loss 1,40,000. Deduction of ATC 1,50,000. Calculate TDS to be made. Will your answer change? We will see that later on. What is the another case? Okay, everybody. Calculate TDS to be made every month. Means what will you do? Salary 14 lakh.
Divided by 12.
LTC is given separately exempt. We will reduce that. We will see salary is part of that or no. HP loss will reduce. ATC also we will reduce. On remaining, we'll calculate tax liability. Divide by
12.
well. Very good. Very good. Very good. Chalo. Write down.
But
Computation.
where have they given that we have to calculate monthly TDS? Is it salaries? Because of that, we are calculating monthly TDS? Okay.
Other payments which you know, 194 C, G, D, I, and all of that. Forget I. Sorry, even I. 194 I. Rent is paid usually, practically speaking, on monthly basis.
Yes.
See, they are not saying it has to be done monthly basis. They are not directly saying that. What did they say at the time of making a payment? Now, let's say in some countries, USA, UK, I think the salaries are paid weekly basis, maybe. They might be doing TDS at month on weekly basis. That is not our concern. Here, what do we do? On monthly basis.
Monthly basis.
If you remember 194C, contractors.
Contractors.
Is it given it has to be done monthly basis? No.
No.
Payment or credit, whichever is earlier. Okay. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So write down. Case 1. Case 1 is, let us say, case 2 is what? He has not submitted details. So case 1 is details submitted. Okay. Details submitted. Details of claim submitted by Mr. who? P. He is the employee, let us say. Okay. So first we'll calculate his taxable amount, taxable income. Particulars and rupees. Let us say first salary excluding LTC. Okay. Salary excluding LTC is 14 lakhs. Now in his taxable income, will you add LTC or no? Tell me.
No. We'll reduce it.
No, the salary 14 lakhs given to you is excluding LTC.
Oh, okay.
Ignoring
So pay attention.
Add.
Pay attention. Pay attention. Add LTC is there, as well as less LTC under section
10.5
10.5. Okay. Why? Since details were submitted.
given.
Understood, all of you? The tickets were given to the employer. Tickets as evidence. You know what? Jugaad also happens at times over here. Practically
Yes.
Jugaad, I can tell
Yes,
you.
sir.
fake bills.
I used to do, sir.
Not fake bills. What you used to do, Pushkar?
I mean, sir, I used to book the higher amount of ticket, and then I used to travel through
As a lower class.
lower class.
Okay.
What?
How is it possible? You booked one first class AC and then
Then immediately I will book,
cancel, na?
cancel. Yes.
That is what I'm coming to. Pay attention. So you forget about traveling. You should actually travel. People don't even travel. Pay attention. They just book the tickets. Okay, everybody pay attention. What do you require? Proof. You require a photocopy, self-attested, let us say, of the train ticket. Okay, all of you. So you book the tickets. Go to the railway counter. You book the ticket. You take the photocopy, etc. of that, or even if you can keep it, that is also okay. And then you go back again, same day or next day, and tell cancel the ticket. Cancel. Booking
Yes.
cancel.
Yes.
He got the evidence. Train ticket is there. He submitted.
Okay.
Okay. I'm talking about earlier times. This I don't know if it also happens or not. Given to the employer. Finish. Okay. Now that time there is no Instagram or Facebook. You're going to actually update or not update. Who cares? He says he's traveling or not traveling. Okay. Ticket given. He did cancellation. Cancellation charges about hardly like 5% or whatever 1% cancellation charges. Done. But that entire ticket amount he will get it as what now? Deduction, or you can say exemption, not taxable. Okay.
But the employer can check the status of the ticket, right? Whether it is available
Who's
or
going to check
cancelled.
that? Employer,
Yeah.
from employer's point of view, what is allowed? Evidence. Done. What if again it is a very small company? Employer tells employer, you are safe, I am also safe. What is the problem? After all, people are going to look at what? Just evidence. Out of so many thousands of employees, of that employee, that evidence, who is going to verify? Okay.
Yeah.
Practically
Nice
speaking,
idea.
practically speaking, people are so shameless and so casual also at times. They directly put 1,50,000 as ATC, even if there is single rupee investment. You
Yes.
imagine there are crores of taxpayers, of so many taxpayers, it is very difficult to verify ATC. I'm talking especially about, let us say, those persons who are earning, who are self-employed. Okay. Or in case of salary, ATC, okay, salary, employer does all the calculation and evidence and proof checking. But what about others, those who are not salaried, or you can say self-employed? There is no one to check their ATC deductions immediately. If at all you are unlucky enough, the income tax officer takes out your case. Again, it is very rare case. Who is going to verify your claims of ATC? People directly add in ATC, etc. I mean, at least some risk they take and they put. Anyways, that is still illegal, but people do that.
But even I used to arrange fake bills as well.
Sorry?
I used to arrange fake bills as well.
Rent receipt, even
whenever-
rent receipt fake. Okay. Then
Yes.
medical bills was used to be there 15,000 rupees. That fake. So all these amounts
Yes,
used to be
yes.
fake only. You give some hardly 500, 1,000 rupees to the medical person, medical shop. He used to give you bills also.
Even sir, if I'm going on any official tour to Pune, I used to arrange a hotel's fake bills, and I used to live at my in-laws' place.
Yes. That happens, no? Every time it
Yes.
happens. Yes. Or even if you go for a personal lunch or personal dinner,
Yes.
business expenditure.
You have
Good.
tried everything, huh?
Sorry.
Oh, he has tried everything.
Arey, forget about that also, Pushkar. People in some companies, they go for parties. And there are company policies that lunch or dinner will be allowed. Okay.
Yes.
I'm telling you all this jugaad, okay? I mean, all this jugaad happens. I mean, even I was surprised. People party, you understood party?
Yes.
Food
Yes.
with liquor, okay? Food with liquor. And they tell the hotel person, give me food bill.
Separate bills.
Forget separate bills. Give me food bill. That means
Acha,
that is-
okay. Acha, food bill of that, including that liquor as well, but not liquor mentioned in that bill.
not legal.
Ah.
That means if a person has spent 5,000 on food and liquor, party, okay?
Yes,
You
sir.
tell
I
them
have
the
I've
hotel
done that as
person,
well.
5,000 ka only food bill. This gets approved, let us say, by a company also. Liquor is not allowed, na? By which company allows liquor and all? I'm telling about expenditure income. Now, this also used to happen at times in audit also, in CA firms also, that I've seen in my seniors cases also. That if you're sitting late during office work, if you're sitting late, so they used to allow up 200 or 400 rupees, whatever per person dinner, something was allowed. If you're doing other things also, then that is not allowed, na? This may bring only food bill. Anything can happen. Who is going to check the authenticity of that?
We'll surely do this in our articleship period.
Yeah. Or get higher amounts of.
That is the another way of earning extra.
We will consult you.
So LTC we will not add because it is already exempted because details were submitted. Done. That is income from salary. Now what else we can allow?
House property.
We won't be taking standard deduction over here.
Here I'm not taking. It is understand. It is part of it already.
Okay.
If you're doing all the calculation, then yes, we will obviously do it. Add what? Income from house property, but it is negative. Okay. They have given us how much? 1,40,000 over here. Any other income? No. So this is your GTI. How much? 11 lakh? 10, no? Sorry. 1260.
Yes.
Now from your what? Less what? Chapter 6. Chapter 6, first one is only given to us ATC, na? 1,50,000. Understood, all of you? Therefore, NTI. Now, did you understand the headache of employers? All these things have to be checked and verified by the employer. And for this, employer has a different department known as payroll. I was, I think, telling you somewhere, na? In law also maybe payroll. This all headache to be borne by who? Payroll department. They check all the things. Anyways, and salaries are always a very delicate matter. Na? If you pay less to the employee, he's going to shout. It is very, very clear. Anyways, guys, how much now?
1110.
11,10,000. So give me tax liability for the year.
One 151,320.
Okay, that is with this, no?
Cess.
Says
Basic tax is how much? 145,
145,267.
Are you sure?
No.
145,500.
Add health and education. Cess at what?
4%.
4%. Right, all of you? 5820, I think. That is your total tax liability. How much it is? 151, no? Therefore, TDS to be done every month is how much? Now tell me.
12,610.
12,610.
You don't have such job na, where you get entire year's salary by 31st March. Anybody works like that? Work for all 12 months and get entire year's salary by 31st March. Who has seen that? Anybody works like that?
No, sir.
Salary paid monthly. And the entire year's salary paid on 1st April. Anybody will work after that?
No.
That's why we say that TDS is done at the time of payment. Salary is paid monthly, so TDS will be done that time only. How much? 12,610, correct everybody? 12,610.
Yes.
Fine. Yeah, all of you.
But in US they pay on weekly basis, no? So they
Their tax laws.
their tax laws.
Okay. Fine. Chalo. Case 2.
But sir, I mean, here the TDS is applicable for non-resident as well, no? So any person who is living in USA and if you are paying him on weekly basis, then
But employer is after all this, na? Employer is who? Indian, na? Or
Indian,
Indian means
yes.
ROR. It depends on arrangement then. Depends on the arrangement of that US employee and Indian company.
okay.
But then it will be like he'll have to pay tax in both the countries.
No,
The DDAA is there, no?
double, no?
Double taxation avoidance agreement is there, no? Between the countries. Okay, he can claim for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead. What was case 2?
He did not furnish the details of claim.
LTC, no? As well as chapter 6. Oh, will calculate TDS change if Mr. P has not submitted details of loss. Loss, which one? HP loss.
HP loss.
Travel documents LTC and chapter 60 to his current employer in prescribed form. Nothing. That means now we will write down. Details not submitted. Okay. Details of claim not submitted. In that case, again, we'll find out the taxable income, particulars in rupees. That 14 lakhs was without LTC. Yeah? So salary excluding LTC is what? 14 lakhs. Add or not now? Add.
Yes.
LTC. Okay, leave travel concession or assistance. How much? 1,50,000. Yes?
1,50,000.
Because details not submitted, therefore no exemption. 10.5. Okay. I'll just write on here. Since details not submitted, no exemption. That is the income from salary is how much? 15 lakh? 50,000, right? Did you submit HP loss evidence?
No.
No,
So will we reduce?
no.
So this is also your GTI. Did you submit chapter 6 deduction?
No.
So this is
No.
also your
NTI.
finish.
Yeah.
Calculate tax on this.
Basic to
Basic
2,77,500.
Okay.
Plus 4%. 288,600.
Yes. Shruti, understood? Ayush?
Yes, sir.
Two 600, no?
Yes.
TDS every month.
$2,450.
2450, correct. Then all of you? Ready? चलो आगे बढ़े हम लोग.
Yes, sir.
Question number 8. Details of another employee's salary is 350. Non-monetary perquisites given to him. So perquisite is part of salary or not?
Yes.
50,000. Deposit in PPF 70,000. Okay. So 350 plus 50,000. How much? 4 lakh.
Minus 70,000.
So I'm not taking that standard deduction of it. Okay. Assume it is part of it given to us. And deposit of PPF 70. So 320, 330 na again. है ना? So calculate tax and TDS.
So there is no tax, no?
No tax. Correct. So tax liability basic tax is how much? 30,000 into 5%, no?
4,000.
Sorry, how much?
4,000.
4,000.
4,000.
It is 250, no? Sorry, yeah. 4,000, around 80,000, 5%. Here we will say literally what?
Rebate.
Rebate.
Under section
87.
A, no?
Yes.
Tax payable nil, TDS also nil. Right, all of you? Then no? Are हाँ या ना?
Yes, sir.
Chalo, let's go ahead, everybody. $192A. 192 is your regular salary. All of you remember, Leo?
Yes.
192 is your regular salary. 192A is from your premature
Premature
withdrawal
withdrawal.
from your recognized provident fund. Yes, all of you. Okay, pay attention. Payment of accrued balance from your recognized provident fund balance. Okay. Resident or non-resident can be your payee. Okay. TDS will be done at 10%. If PAN is not there, then TDS will be done at MMR. What is MMR? Have I given you somewhere? Maximum marginal rate. I had given in chapter number 1, I think. It means your highest tax slab applicable to that individual. Highest tax slab is what? 30%.
30%.
Plus surcharge. Highest is what?
7%.
37%. And plus cess.
4%.
43 point something.
41.
44 or 45.
42.75. No, 74.
42.74%.
Yes.
Hmm.
When is that possible? Only when there is no
PAN
PAN of
PAN
the
submitted.
employee. PAN not submitted by the employee. Okay. Done till here, all of you? Check. What all other conditions are there? So if PAN is there, 10%. Other conditions, check. We are in which column? Exemption. Okay, so that means TDS not required. When employee has rendered continuous service with current or former employer for a period of at least 5 years, then such amount shall be exempt. That's why no TDS. Have we seen exactly same thing in salary chapter? You have salary notes, no?
Yes.
The gratuity?
Nahi re baba. No. What are my notes?
That was for the full year, right? Like full lifetime one.
Provident fund contribution, recognized, unrecognized.
Acha, हाँ.
See these 4 categories. Where are these? Recognized provident fund, unrecognized, statutory, public. And over there you had somewhere 5 years. Where is it? Check. Check this point. Amount received on retirement, etc. Amount received on maturity of RPF is fully exempt from employee who has rendered
Continuous 5 years service.
and continuous 5 years includes 2 employers also.
Yes.
Possible?
Yes.
Remember that. He can change the employer, still be
Yes.
considered as continuous employment. When and why? When? If he transfers balance from earlier employer to the new employer. That means he does not withdraw from his provident fund.
Yes.
Okay. It was written somewhere, na? Is transferred into his individual account. Even if he changes the job, still be considered as continuous service. If he just transfers from old employer to new employer his PF balance.
And
Okay.
sir, in case of compulsory cessation of employment,
Again exempt.
again exempt. No?
Even if it is within 5 years.
Yes.
Anyways, the point is that if it is continuous service of 5 years, it is exempt. That's why, and not taxable. That's why no question of TDS also now. They are related. Whatever treatment we had given in the salary chapter, if it is exempt in salary, then there is no question of TDS now here. Understood? All of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So employee, if he has given 5 years at least service, okay, then when he withdraws from his provident fund, it will not be taxable because that income is exempt. Okay. Again. If it was for a period of less than 5 years, then such amount is taxable. So TDS will happen at 10%, but that also if the amount is of at least 50,000. Okay. Yes or no? All of you understanding till here?
Yes.
When TDS will be applicable, TDS will be done at 10%. Remember, if PAN is there. But the threshold limit here is how much now? 50,000.
50,000.
That exemption is coming now. Amount not taxable and no TDS, even if it is less than 5 years. Which cases? That his cessation of employment. That means his job is getting over. Not because of his own reason, not because of his own leaving. Ill health. You can say what all those reasons you have. No, what? What do we have that? Inability.
हाथ कट गया.
Unsound
हाँ,
mind.
हाथ कट गया. Okay. Yes. Hand is chopped. Okay, sorry. And what else? And
Unsound mind.
terminal
Permanent incapacity.
not because of employees reason. Okay. Discontinuation or employee's business or any other reason beyond control of employee. Okay. And on cessation of his employment, employee obtains employment with another employer, but accrued balance is transferred from his individual account with the old employer to the new employer. Okay. In both these cases, even if it is less than 5 years, TDS will not happen because it is not taxable. Okay.
Sir, here amount 50,000 is interest amount, no?
No, total withdrawal.
Total amount.
Total. And includes interest for both the employer as well as employee. Okay. Entire amount we are talking about. Balance in the fund. Done till here, all of you? Yes? Or hi, Anna.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now there is actually this chapter, if at all you can print out that will be much better if you can print out, if it is possible. See, because question number 9 onwards, I have given spaces in the textbook itself. Okay. So that you can write down over there. So if possible, only for these ones till question number 18. Okay. At least. As well as you are doing printout now for yourself, but at least old students also you can do that. Okay. I've given space in the textbook itself. So if it is possible, print out these many pages. Chalega?
Yes, sir.
Because now question 9, I'm writing in the textbook itself. Okay. Chalega? Ready, all of you? You first write down only in your notebook. Because you don't have textbook right now, when to write down. You know, first you can just write down the reference otherwise. You know, case 1, 2, 3, 4. Chalega? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what? 6 and 7 also. Chalo. Okay, ready? What are the cases? Let us see that. All of you ready?
Yes, sir.
So Mr. A receives 50 lakhs as accrued balance in employees provident fund after 35 years of continuous service with one single employer. Wow, very loyal. Whether amount is taxable in the hands of employee, yes or no?
It is exam, no, sir.
No.
I'm asking you, no? It is taxable. Is it taxable?
No.
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 Right on. Since employment is at least 5 years, you know. Now, if it is exempt, use common sense with whether TDS will apply.
No.
No.
No TDS. Understood or no? चलो आगे बढ़े. Second, 5 lakhs is due to Mr. B as accrued balance in employees provident fund. He resigns his job after 4 years and joins a new company where the balance is transferred.
Exempt.
Second is also
is-
exempt.
Yes.
Yes.
This is important question. Exempt since transferred to new employer. Sorry. And that means balance is not withdrawn. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, clear all of you? So whether TDS will happen?
No.
No TDS. Acha. Next one, ready?
Yes, sir.
What if Mr. B does not join a new company? He submits PAN at the time of receipt of such balance.
10%.
Taxable or not taxable?
Taxable.
Taxable. Okay. अरे हाँ या ना?
हाँ.
Taxable since withdrawn before 5 years, no?
Yes.
Before 5 years. So TDS will be done at what rate?
10%.
10%.
Under section 192A. What if does not, sorry, what if Mr. B does not join a new company? He does not submit PAN at the time of receipt. This is still the same. Taxable since withdrawn before 5 years, but
MMR.
TDS, give me the rate, what it was? 42 point?
42.74.
74. No, 42.74.
74 or 77?
774, no, sir.
No, 744.
744. तो हमने 74 लिया.
744.
74.
हाँ. तो 74.
ठीक है ना? Yeah.
42.74.
MMR. है ना? Under section 192A. Yes. Why? Since PAN not submitted. Since PAN not submitted. Okay. Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. See, now another case. Receives 8 lakhs as balance from EPF after 3 years of one employer and 7 years of second employer.
Not exempt.
Exempt. Since total again. Since total service exceeds 5 years. Yes or no, all of you? So can TDS or no TDS?
No TDS.
No TDS.
Mr. D receives 20,000 after service of 1 year. He leaves the job and sets up his own consultancy firm. Tell me.
TDS.
TDS?
Yes.
It is taxable na, since services are less than 5 years.
Yes.
Sir, but total amount is less than 50,000, no?
Very good. No TDS. Since amount less than rupees
50,000.
And what if he does not provide a PAN? Same answer, is it?
Yes.
It is taxable So he will show it in his own income tax return since service is of less than 5 years. But there will be still no TDS because amount paid is less than 50,000. Threshold limit, yeah. Until all of you.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Now I hope you are understanding every section. You have to understand, not keep in mind a rate of TDS, you know, on what amount TDS will be there, on what amount TDS will not be there. Okay. 193. Interest on security. Interest on securities. Okay, everybody. If the assessee or payee is only resident, only then 193 will come into picture. Okay, everybody. So for example, if you want, you can write an example. Interest on securities is what? Bonds, debentures, okay, or any of the securities on which you are earning interest. All right. Resident only. Rate of interest is what? Rate of TDS is what? 10%. And now some Joomla. Okay. Joomla. What was Joomla? Last year ka Joomla. Okay. 2020 Joomla. Everything. Okay. Everything was given as what? Package. Relief package. You know? Even a discount coupon code, that also package. So here also we got discount coupon code of 25%. We got discount. Okay, that package was, I think, given somewhere in the month of April or May last year. And a package. So this was also part of package. Okay, COVID relief package 2020. And now that package was effective from 14 March 2020 to 31st March 2021. Okay. What is the package?
It is extended, no?
I think it is extended, huh? Yeah.
Yes, till Diwali it is extended.
That will come in next year again. That again, my another headache. But specifically for your headache, I wrote March over here. It is May. Okay, 14th May. Then they could have put directly in a backdated also, but no. Idiots. Anyways. Now what is this? This will be, instead of 10% will be, TDS will be done at the rate of 7.5%. Okay. Everywhere now you'll see it is 25% discount. That means it will be taxable, or TDS will be done at the rate of 75% of the original rate. Are you understand?
So for us, we'll have to remember that 75% reduced rates, right?
Why? If the TDS is done in the month of April, then
No, because if it is done between this period, because the question will be asked in this period only, no? Because
hope so. But law is like that right now, that only for the month of April till 13th May, TDS was done at 10%. After that, yes, practically speaking, if they have given you all the dates later on, good. I mean, they should do that. Then it is 7.5%.
yes,
So then what is the relief over here? Why it was part of COVID relief then?
because
Why?
market was completely stopped. No income in other people, no income in hands of other people.
Making 10%, 7.5 for 7.5%. What is the benefit? You should realize that is what I'm asking you.
More money is getting in the hands of investors.
Investor?
I mean, in the hands of
Assessee.
assessee. Yeah.
Pay, correct.
Pay. Yeah.
This is about cash flow now. TDS is about cash flow. I think yesterday also in the last lecture I told you. TDS gets blocked or gets, you can say, blocked with the government, or it is stored with the government. And you can use that only when you are filing your income tax returns, no, as such. Okay. So your money is going to Government of India or is staying with Government of India. Understood? So earlier 10% used to stay with Government of India. Now 7.5% will stay with government. That means you are getting some additional cash over here in your hand of 2.5% only. Understood? Or 25% instead of 100%. Understood, all of you?
Yes.
So some more cash was circulated or in hand of the deductees or payees. Understood? that benefit is given over here. All right, everybody. Chalo.
Yes, sir.
Let us check the. So there's a big, okay, list of you can say on which it is taxable or not taxable that we have to see. Okay. Threshold limit everywhere is what now? 10,000 rupees. Check over here. Okay. So up to 10,000 per annum. If the interest paid is up to rupees 10,000 per annum, then what? TD is not applicable. Okay. Yes or no? But on which all? Check. There is a big list actually. I'll come to that. 8% savings taxable bonds 2003 and 7.75% savings taxable saving bonds again 2018. Okay, these are your exemptions.
Exemption.
Yes, that's a big list actually. Then TDS is not 193 again is not applicable. Is not applicable on 4 and 1/4 percentage National Defense Bond 1972. This list is there in your study material also, but very irritating. Okay, I'll just quickly go through that. Is it okay? There it is. Ready? Everybody? 193. I'm just showing you from study material also. Okay? So instead of 10%, it is what? 7.5% only for this dates. 14th May to 31st March. Okay? Then non-applicability of TDS under section 193. So exemptions from 193. Again, it's a kind of big list, so I don't expect you to by heart it, but okay. Let us quickly go through. For 1/4 National Defense Bond 1972. Then 4 1/4 National Defense Loan 1968. National Development Bonds. 7-year NSC. 7-year NSC. National Savings Certificate. 7-year. Okay. On debentures issued by any institution or authority or any public sector company or any cooperative society as notified by CG. So again, you don't have to by heart, which are notified by CG. Okay. Check. Which all are there? Then CG said which one? Power Finance Corporation Limited 54 EC bonds. Okay. Then Indian Railway Finance Corporation Limited 54 EC bonds. 54 EC, you remember or no?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Thus, no tax is required to be deducted at source on interest payable on PFCs 54 EC and Indian Railway Finance Corporation 54 EC bond. These are your specified bonds now. Okay.
So 54 AC में IRFC how उसमें नहीं था?
IRFC, let us check that also now. Let us check that also. It might have also come that. Let us check. Is it given a study material also check? But capital gains IRFC is there or no?
No, there were only 3, na?
3 ना हाँ.
NHAI,
RECL, NHAI, and P, something from P.
Power Finance.
Yeah, Power Finance.
Let us check. Let us check as per last year, but 2020.
So that is for what? The other bond, that IFRCL.
Again, they are saying for 54 EC.
So in the last line.
Yeah, well, here it is also given. BA. This is also done. After 5 years, NHAI,
NHA, RECL,
RECL, or
or
any
any other bond notified by central government in this behalf.
in this behalf. Just a minute. So let us quickly check 54 EC currently bonds are which one.
So for TDS, will we have to mention both the rates, the reduced rate as well as the normal rates?
That depends on the date, no? Depends on the question.
But sir, I mean, in the answer, we have to make a note of this
Yeah,
About?
that is what.
regarding
About
the revised
reduced rates.
TDS percentage.
Depends on the question. If it is, you can say that, yeah. During this period, yes, it is 25% is given benefit.
Okay.
Yes, IRFC is also there. IRFC is also there. Indian Railways Finance Corporation. So let us finish that. Let us check it here again.
The module, there are only 2 bonds.
Let me check. That is what I'm checking now. Students.
Yes, sir, in
because-
module, but sir, in module, they have mentioned that that line. Any other bond as specified by central government in this behalf.
$1,000 matches.
Sir,
matches.
4.399.
नहीं है.
4.399, sir.
So check for 54 EC.
Yes, I'm just checking that it is not mentioned. So now I'll go to 54 EC. They might have used the exactly same words. Any other notified bonds.
Sir, 4.399 page number.
399, no?
Hmm.
Yeah, okay.
This one, sir. Yes.
Any other notified? Now it is notified. But when notified, that I'll have to see again, okay? IRFC. Fine. But now keep it in mind. At least see, TDS will not be applicable. TDS will not be applicable if you're earning interest from PFCs and IRFCs, okay? For capital gain bonds. Yes,
So
everybody.
here they are given date as well, no? 1/4/2018.
Yeah. Power Finance Corporation issued by Power Finance and Indian Railway Corporation issued by RFC. 54 EC bond. Thus, no tax is required to be deducted at source on interest payable on Power Finance and Indian Railway, both 54 EC bonds. Important, this is important. The benefit of this section would, however, be admissible in the case of transfer of such bonds by endorsement or delivery only if the transferee informs PSR by registered post within a period of 60 days of such transfer. Bonds can also be transferred. It is after all security. Okay. So we are not going to transfer, just like shares can be transferred. Okay. Similarly, bonds can also be transferred. So even in case of your transferee, okay, no TDS in the hands of transferee, only the transferee informs that such bonds he has purchased within 60 days. But again, not important. Keep one thing in mind, 54 EC, both Power Finance and IRFC. These bonds, TDS is not applicable under section 193. Okay, everybody, this point is important. Understood? Just star mark this. What page it is? 9.12, no? All of you.
Yes.
Done? Then 6.5% gold bond 1977, where the amount of interest, okay, does not exceed total nominal value of bonds held by him, on which interest does not exceed 10,000. Then any security of CG or SG, again on that, not, you can say no TDS. That means which one? Only 8% savings bond and 7.75 on this will be applicable only if it exceeds 10,000. On any debentures, whether listed or not listed on a recognized stock exchange issued by a company in which public are substantially interested. In which public are substantially interested means public company. Debentures given to any resident individual or HUF. Okay. TDS will not be applicable only if this amount is paid by account pay check. Okay. Hayana. And such interest amount doesn't exceed 5,000 rupees. Important. Are you understanding or no?
Do we have to remember for each and every bond?
each and every bond? No, I'll just say these two, three things. This 10,000 is majority of the cases. PFC, IRFC, no TDS. And if a normal public company gives you debenture interest, then how much? 5,000. This 5,000 is important because this is general practice, or you can see famous examples. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Remaining, if you don't remember, that is also okay. So this we have already covered in our notes. Achha. I think I had also done that. Wow. But not highlighted. But this is important. And this is also important. Okay. Any other company gives you debenture interest or other security held other than closely, and that means public company, but to resident individual or HUF, then only if this amount is paid by account paid check and does not exceed 5,000, only then no TDS. Okay. Until you read and come, bacho. The next now I hope you understood the way to read it, right? Understood? No. Read and come,
Yes.
and please compare parallelly with your study material. Okay. Obviously there are changes about that 25% discount. है ना? Read and come.
सर
Why?
मतलब इसमें
What?
सर इसमें डिबेंचर अगर प्राइवेट कंपनी ने किया तो 10%, सॉरी 10,000, और पब्लिक कंपनी रही तो 5,000.
That 10,000 is if it is by government. No?
10,000 there is no limit only of.
10,000 is for bonds only.
10,000 is for bonds only.
ओके ओके, ये डिबेंचर की. हाँ ठीक है.
ठीक है.
Hmm.
All right. ठीक है. See you in next lecture then, everybody. Let's read and come. Pakka. Read and come, and as well as your study material also parallelly. है ना? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.